The Republican Party has recently secured victory in the House of Representatives, granting them control over both chambers of Congress, the House and the Senate, as well as the Presidency. This unified governance, often termed a trifecta, opens the door for the GOP to advance its legislative and policy objectives with minimal obstruction from the Democratic minority. One immediate impact of this consolidation is the streamlined passage of legislation. With control over the legislative branch, Republicans are poised to prioritize and enact policies in key areas such as tax reform, immigration, healthcare, and deregulation. Holding both the House and the Senate allows the GOP to employ legislative tools like reconciliation. This process enables certain budget-related bills to pass with a simple majority in the Senate, bypassing the typical 60-vote requirement and thus expediting their agenda. Control of the Senate also extends significant influence over federal judicial appointments. The Republican majority can confirm judges to the Supreme Court and lower federal courts who align with conservative principles. These lifetime appointments can shape the judicial landscape for decades, affecting rulings on critical issues long into the future. However, despite the advantages of full control, the Republican Party faces internal and procedural challenges. Their majority in both chambers is narrow, which means that internal disagreements could stall legislative efforts. Factions within the party, such as traditional conservatives and more hardline members, may clash over policy details, hindering consensus. Additionally, the Senate filibuster remains a significant hurdle for most legislation. Overcoming it requires a supermajority of 60 votes, necessitating some degree of bipartisan support for bills outside the scope of reconciliation. This means that, despite holding the majority, Republicans will still need to engage with Democrats on various legislative initiatives. In spite of these challenges, the GOP's unified control presents an opportunity to implement substantial changes that could redefine U.S. policies and governance. The decisions made in this period have the potential to influence the nation's direction for many years ahead.